because you're in the apartment. She's picking at you. You're pissed off because she's talking to this guy. You're probably thinking in your mind she's probably fucking this dude. And something happens. You kill her. And then you say, oh shit, what do I do now?
Friends, today's doo-doo dum-dum is Robert Snipe. He is a firefighter. His girlfriend, Angelica, went missing, so the police bring him in for questioning. He claims she left for work on the bus and never came home. By the way, every image you see in this video is directly from the crime scene. And throughout this video, they refer to Angelica as Jelly. Make sure you stay till the very end because he may not be in jail.
Throw a scenario at you, okay? Let's say that you did do something, and this is only a scenario, okay? Fictional scenario. That you did do something to Jelly. You know, let's say you killed her, okay? And if you, so that is a potential death penalty case. Right. I mean, you could die, you know, by lethal injection, right. You know, and you don't help us and tell us, you know, and this is fictional, that you did or did not, and then we have to go find her, then that means you're not helping us at all. So,
I mean, I am helping.
Well, no,
I don't know. I don't know
saying.
Too many people, so I mean, I went to my friend to.
Yeah, I'm just saying fictional, okay? But if you didn't, okay, and then we found out, and we found her body. And, you know, we're going to go to the judge and say, look, nothing was done here. And they're going to seek the death penalty after you.
Right.
Okay. Now, jump back on that scenario. And then you say, you know, this is fictional. You tell me that, yes, you know, I did do something. There was anger because of Chris. We got into an argument. You know, I accidentally did this. Or maybe she, you know, did something to you and out of self-defense.
No, she didn't.
And, you know, here's where she's at, you know, that's going to considerably help you.
Right.
All right. Because there's two things that I'm looking at right now. Number one is I just talked to Chief Weaver a little bit ago, and Thursday you borrowed a shovel from a firefighter at the fire station. And you told the officer or the firefighter that you were going to do some work for Jelly's mother. Right. Jelly's mother said, no, that's not true. The second thing is right off the back porch of your apartment, somebody tried to dig a hole right there.
I mean, only people that be back there is like the maintenance people.
I mean, it's just kind of weird, okay, that there's, you know, what it looks like to me is somebody tried to dig a hole there, but the ground was too hard, too many roots. Okay, so, I mean, it really would behoove you because.
I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. I mean,
you won't take a polygraph test? I mean, you know, why not?
Because I don't see no need. I didn't do anything. She left the house. She left the house that morning.
That's your side of the story.
Okay. If that's the case, she been out there. I
just talked to Portia on the phone earlier. She's at Sacred Heart Hospital. She had a baby.
Right.
Okay. She said, no, I didn't pick up Jelly.
Well, I didn't say sometimes she do.
Well, but another thing is the guy that just called me a little bit ago. At 2:00, he's going to ECAT to pick up the video. All buses have cameras on them.
Yeah, I know that.
So he's going to have that video ready for me to review. Okay, and she's not going to be on that video because she never got on that bus.
And then she left with a
Wednesday night. Something happened between you and her.
We was arguing. That was about it. He came by.
There's another thing.
He came by the house like twice. If we argue anything, she'll call her mother. Her mother will tell you that.
Here's another thing. There's been some texts received from Jelly's phone to Rita, and those texts are not written in the same fashion that Jelly always sends them to. They're written in a different type of English, like normal English. Okay? So that tells us somebody else is sending texts to try to make it look like she ran off with somebody.
Well, she had her phone when she left.
So,
I mean, I don't. As far as that part, I don't know.
I mean, listen to me, Mr. Snipe. It's only going to be a matter of time before I finish this case up, and it's not going to look pretty for you. Okay?
I mean,
because I can tell you right now that something happened Wednesday night.
And nothing happened. You
killed her.
No.
And you put her somewhere. You buried her somewhere.
No,
It's
I
gonna
was
take me a matter of time. I
was with my son like all day that day.
But you already lied to me and said you didn't go anywhere Thursday. But Chief Weaver,
I didn't go nowhere.
You went and borrowed a shovel.
Yeah,
and that guy brought you back to the apartment with the shovel.
Yeah, because I had called him.
Where's the shovel?
Because I took it back.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
I took it off the.
Unless you want to go face a death penalty charge.
I mean, I'm not facing no death. Because I took
and tell me what happened.
I took the shovel back to the apartment because I got off squad. The paid crew was there. I called one of my lieutenants and I asked him, "Can I borrow it?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Where's the shovel at now?
I took it back to the apartment. Yes, I did.
To the apartment or department?
To the department where I got it from, the fire station.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Chief Weaver's already told me that's not true.
I brought it back. She wasn't even. She wasn't even there.
She talked to the officer. Okay. Regardless if you took it back or not, it doesn't matter. The point is you borrowed a shovel the day after that your girlfriend disappeared.
And that was supposedly later on.
You're supposedly going to do some work for your mother-in-law, which she really don't have no use for you at all. And she said, no, absolutely not. I would never ask him to do any work for me. So that's a bullshit lie.
She asked me before to do stuff for her. I have that thing.
You need to tell me what happened. Maybe it was self-defense.
We wasn't.
Maybe she lunged at you.
She didn't lunge at me. It wasn't no accident.
And you got scared.
It wasn't no scared or nothing. I wasn't doing that type of physical form or nothing. Me and her, we wasn't arguing. I was arguing with the dude. That was it. We clarified everything up. Me and her, we didn't argue. It wasn't nothing else said or anything. He came back to the house, and his wife or girlfriend was like, he came to check up on her. And by that time, we was like halfway asleep when he came back the second time, and she got up.
I mean, I don't think that's not true.
So, just to clarify, a man by the name of Chris came by the house. He was seeing Angelica. They were having an affair. But the police officer will give you more details on that shortly.
I think after the point of him leaving, that's when something happened.
He came back.
No. I'm talking about at 10 o'clock at night when he left the second time.
We was in bed sleep then. No. Nothing didn't happen.
That's when something happened. Because you're mad at her.
I wasn't mad at her.
Because she's texting and talking with this dude. Okay?
And that's not.
And then she just mysteriously disappears the next morning. I mean, come on, man.
She got up, I ironed her clothes, she took a shower, and left. Last time I talked to her, it was around 12 on her lunch break. That was the last time I talked to her. She never came back home. No one
you called from her cell phone.
Yeah.
You called from your cell phone to her cell phone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only going to take me a matter of time before I can get the phone records. And that call will probably not be on there.
She called me around.
Did she tell you she was working when you called her?
She told me she was on her lunch break.
Bullshit. She did not show up for work Thursday.
Well, I didn't know
she left Wednesday and she ain't showed up for work since.
Well, I don't know if she went there.
Mr. Snipe, I mean, come on, man.
I mean, ain't nothing else I can tell you. I'm not, you can check my record. Let me
ask you a straight question. Do you ever want to see your son again?
Yes, sir.
You're not going in that direction. I'm telling you right now. Hold on a second. You want to see your son again?
Yes, sir.
Then you need to help us here.
Well, I didn't. Okay. Everything I said.
I mean, you're looking. I'm telling you, if I got to do all this work and I got to go find her dead, which I know she is, I will go after the death penalty on you, and you will never ever see your son again. Not even through a visitation.
I didn't do anything wrong because that Friday, her mother said she kept calling. And then after a while, she said she received a text saying that...
She never called her mother. She received some texts.
That's what I'm saying.
One of the texts said
her mother was kept calling
she was dead in Mobile. So that right there is somebody, you, using her phone to make it look like she's ran off with some guy.
I didn't use her
Okay.
phone.
Yeah, you did.
No, I don't. She don't even leave her phone or nothing. She always take her phone with her. I never even been to Alabama but once to a Mardi Gras, and that's when I went with her mother now. And all of us went. That was it.
I don't think she's in Mobile. That's an easy, simple way, free, simple, easy way. It takes an hour for you to clear yourself. If you don't do that, I'm going to ride your ass. And then when I find her body, which is going to be soon, you're going to the death penalty.
Well, you can.
Period. I don't give a shit, dude, because I'm not going to waste my time.
Well, you can ride me all you want.
Well, I will.
Whatever you can
I'm going to be your worst nightmare.
I mean, I don't have no regrets or any harm.
Because there's no, she didn't run off. Okay? You got motive to do it.
How we know that?
You were the last person to see her.
I wasn't the last person.
There's a hole by your house. You got you borrowed a shovel that you seem to have forgotten about. Now you're telling me you did. I mean, come on, dude. You put two and two together.
Okay,
very simple.
You can't say I did anything.
Why not?
Well, she left the house.
Now, I'm going to get that video here in about an hour, and it's not going to say that. She's not going to be on that bus.
I didn't say if she. I say she
never
probably
left
did catch
that
the bus.
apartment Wednesday night.
She did leave the apartment. She left that Thursday morning. She
never left Wednesday night. She never left Thursday morning.
She did leave.
Something happened in that kitchen area. Something happened in that house.
It's nothing happened.
And she died.
If that the case, the house would have been a wreck. It would have been holes. Things would have been torn. Things would have been torn up. Or something.
Wouldn't have.
Why not?
You could have walked back behind her, up behind her, and hit her in the head with something.
Like what? Why would I do something like that?
Why wouldn't you do it?
She the
you got motive because she
the mother of my child.
It don't matter.
It's not because of no
dumber shit, dude.
It's not because of no Chris. I wouldn't do nothing like that.
You got motive
over no God.
Over Chris, and that's it, man.
I didn't get a motive. I talked to him. Me and him was like finding everything. We was outside. We didn't argue nothing. I mean, the only time when we argued, when he came to the house, we was like arguing. Then I went outside and he just started talking to me. He was like, we are just friends. He's like, I have like a lot of female friends. I have my girlfriend or wife or whatever. I have a family and stuff. And that was all he told me. Then he left and he came back again. He came back again the next day. I don't have no prior record or no history of no violence or nothing like that.
That don't matter. That don't matter.
I mean, this the mother.
It's a snap thing. You could have snapped.
I never snapped. I wasn't snapped. If that the case, I snapped on her. Her mother would have been out there, or her family, or anything.
Well, if her mother's not gonna know about it, she wouldn't been out there.
She always called her mother, even if we argue about the dumbest thing or something. She'll call her mother like every time. She was fine that Wednesday. She was fine up until that Thursday morning when she put on her clothes and left. I don't know if she hopped on that bus or she caught a ride with somebody.
She didn't catch a ride with anybody. She didn't get on that bus.
Then she had to catch a ride with somebody.
No, she didn't.
How you figure that?
House. She never left the house Thursday.
She did leave the house because I ironed her clothes. It was just the three of us and my son. She put on her clothes, took a shower, and left. I ironed her white shirt and her blue pants, and she put on her shoes. And she left the house. She gave us a hug and kiss and told us she loved us and she'll call us later. And she called around 12, and that was the last time I talked to her. And her mother saying she kept calling, and her friend and everything, they said that she said that she was okay. Something about her brother was calling, tell him to stop calling, and I'm okay, and I'll be home.
I want you to sit here. I want you to think a little bit about this stuff. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. Robert, I just got off the phone with Chris, man. Chris told me that he called. He did come over here, like you said, which I didn't really contest that. You know, I told you that. But he said that he also called about 11:30, and you and her were still arguing, and she was pretty much riding your ass.
No, we wasn't even
talking shit to you.
No, we
I mean,
wasn't
that's
even
you said
arguing.
you were in bed asleep by then.
Yeah, we both was. The baby wasn't even sleeping. No, we wasn't even arguing no more. Nothing
Wait
like
a minute,
that.
you said the baby was asleep earlier at 9 o'clock before Chris came the second time.
Yeah, he was asleep before he came the
But
second
now
time.
you're saying he was awake at 11:30.
I didn't say he was awake.
Yeah, you did.
I say he was asleep. I say we was both
Did
like.
you know that Chris and Jelly were having sex?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. What'd y'all do on New Year Valentine's Day? You and her.
She we didn't go nowhere. I know she went to Walmart. She got me some stuff and I went
Did y'all
to
have
town.
sex that day?
Yes, sir.
You know that she snuck over to Chris's house and had sex with him that day also?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You know this guy Zach from her work, she'd been fucking him too?
Who?
This guy Zach from her work?
I didn't even know that
Yeah.
either.
I mean, that's even more of it, dude, right there. When she's talking shit to you at 11:30,
No,
she's
we
been
wasn't
fucking
even.
everyone and her brother.
We wasn't even arguing.
I
We
mean,
was asleep.
you
Yeah.
know, that even more to show that something happened at that point. All
She
right.
had two
And
kids.
she's calling all these people on the phone, man. She's talking to a dude named Chris. I mean, come on, man.
Okay, that wouldn't get nobody the reason to snap or anything.
Yeah, it would. Absolutely.
I didn't snap or nothing like that. It wasn't even that.
Maybe it's an accident, man.
It wasn't no accident. It wasn't even nothing that serious. Like
Maybe she lunged at you and you defended yourself.
She didn't lunge at me. I didn't lunge at her or nothing like that.
I mean, just put two and two together, man. And we go back to the shovel thing, okay? I mean, you asked for a shovel the day after your girlfriend goes missing.
Okay, and that was like way before I even. I mean, I talked to her mother I believe that night around that Friday or something. It had to be. I talked to her and let her know that she still hasn't come home. I told her I was calling the police, and she was like,
Why didn't you call the police?
Huh?
Why didn't you call the police?
Because I called her and told her that I was. She told me not to. She just said.
Why didn't you call the police Wednesday night or Thursday night when she didn't show up?
I called her mother and told her I was going to call them. And she was like.
Why didn't you call Friday?
Because her mother had already had called.
Quite frankly, you're not very intelligent at all. Do you have a high school diploma?
No, I have a GED.
All right. That right there. You're not a very good criminal, Chris. Or Robert, excuse me. You're not a very good criminal.
I ain't never been no criminal at all.
Very good criminals do very stupid things. So you can ask me that question all day long. Well, why would I dig a hole? Because you're a dumb criminal. That's why.
Now I'm a criminal now. That's like.
Well, you would be a dumb criminal. Let's put it that way.
Why would I have to be dumb or a criminal at all?
Because you're not a very smart person. You're not smart enough. Because you're not a criminal. You've never been in trouble before. You're not smart enough to do a crime that cannot be proven. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Okay, then why would I commit?
Right. That's why you would go out there and dig a hole not thinking. Because you're in the apartment, she's picking at you, you're pissed off because she's talking to this guy, you're probably thinking in your mind she's probably fucking this dude, and something happens, you kill her, and then you say, oh shit, what do I do now?
I never thought anything.
You go outside and you say, man, it's buried right here. Don't think it ain't impossible. Because people do dumb things.
Okay, that's the case.
You get out there and you realize the hole is like shit. There's roots. It's hard.
People
There's
always.
No way I can do it. So
people always walk
with her.
People always walk through that cut, through that gate, or anything.
I'm not. I don't doubt that
people
at all, man. Probably jump the fence.
People be in that backyard and
but that's
stuff
got
like
nothing to do with someone digging a hole right there.
That has a lot to do with it. Because if I commit a crime over there, why would I be out there? Worrying that if somebody can see me or walk around the corner.
Because just exactly what I told you, Chris, or Robert, I'm sorry. You would not be a good criminal. That's
I wouldn't be. They'll tell you I'm not a criminal at all.
Dumb people who commit crimes of opportunity like that, or crimes of where they snap, after it happens, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it. So they do stupid things. And that's the reason I'm saying that.
No, I wouldn't do nothing like that. And as far as her having sex, I didn't even. He never
You know
even.
now.
He never even told me anything like that. That they
You know
was
now.
having sex or this other guy you talking about.
Dude, on the same day that you had sex with her on Valentine's Day, man. I bet you when she supposedly went to Walmart.
Well, she never. She didn't come home until she left Walmart.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm just saying, probably when she went to Walmart is when she went over to that dude's house and fucked him, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. On the same day on Valentine's Day, man. Don't you think that's wrong?
Well, I didn't know it was on Valentine's.
Don't you think it's wrong now?
I mean, of course. I mean, I wouldn't do no hideous thing like that. If I can't get along with a person, I'd rather leave that person or leave that person.
I mean, what would have happened if you'd have found out that day?
I would have just left her alone.
Or she'd have came back and you know, you could tell something was wrong and she admitted to you that she screwed this guy.
I mean, I would have been upset. I would have just walked away from her, leave her alone or something. I mean, ain't nothing like I can do
Has she ever cheated on you before?
No, not that I know of.
You ever suspected it?
No, sir.
She ever communicated with people like that on the phone all the time, texting, calling?
I mean, when I first moved here, like she had like a lot of guy friends. I mean, some of them I met, and some of them I didn't meet or anything like that. But after our relationship just got deeper, like she was still talking to some of them, and some of them she just cut loose.
So you mean your relationship got deeper, got more intimate, and instead of getting rid of all these guys, she still talked to a couple?
Yeah.
But she still had some?
Yeah, she still had some. A couple of them.
Dude, I'm telling you that right there, man. You may have thought she was faithful, but she wasn't faithful. I mean, she's probably laying in bed with you, having sex with you, and 2 or 3 hours prior to that, she's having sex with somebody else. If I had to put my money on it, dude.
Well, that's hard to believe. I really think she would do nothing like that. I know she talked to a lot of guys and stuff. I mean, that's about it. But
you don't think that's strange? I mean, girls talk to girls. All right? I'll call you back. Girls talk to girls. They don't talk to guys. They talk to guys they work with, but they don't usually call them after hours.
Mm-hmm.
Here she is. She sounds like to me she's talking to more guys than she is girls. You don't think that's strange?
I mean, yeah, I didn't know she was. I mean, talking to that many guys. I mean, at this point, I didn't know.
Well, you knew something was strange because you got suspicious about Chris.
I mean, yeah, I didn't know of him or anything about him until I was arguing when she was on the phone with him. That's how.
So you were arguing with her.
Yeah. And then
you didn't tell me that. You said you were arguing with him.
Well, I was majority arguing with him, really. I was just talking to her. And I was like,
Well, what was she saying to you?
She was I just asked. I was like, if you have friends with her, you want to keep like friends from your boyfriend, anything like that. I was like, it's not wrong with me meeting them so I know who you talking to and stuff.
What was her reaction to that?
And she was like, they don't want to talk to you or they don't want to see you or nothing like that. So there was nothing else I can do.
Something Chris also told me is when he was talking on the phone before you confronted him, he asked, "Who's that in the background?" And she's like, "It's my fucking boyfriend. Robert, man. I wish I could. I don't like him. I wish he would leave. I wish I could get rid of that little bitch." And then that's when some conversation started coming up. You must have heard it. And then you started getting in arguments.
I didn't hear that, but that part of nothing. Because I know she was like, she went outside for like a little while and then she came back in and she was talking to one of her girlfriends for a little while and then.
What was she doing outside?
She was just standing out front. Then she came right back.
Talking on the phone?
Yeah.
She's probably talking to Chris.
That's what I expect. Maybe she was talking to him or something.
Yeah. Talking about having another little rendezvous together.
But when he came over, I clearly asked him. I was like, "Are y'all having sex or doing anything?" He clearly looked me in my face.
He lied to you. He told me that.
He told me no.
He lied to you.
Now, as far as this other person,
he said that his girlfriend, or he was asked to go over there to check on her from a friend of hers. He lied to you, man.
Yeah, because
he told me that over the phone.
He said that his
she kept
girlfriend
calling,
or wife.
She kept calling him, talking to him, and she was wanting him to come over there. Okay. So she kept instigating that phone call with him. All right. While you're there at the house, dude. While you're there. I mean, it's like y'all got a baby together. Y'all living together.
Right.
Having sex together. And she's got another dude, man. Another dude. And she's trying to invite him up while you're there.
Well, I didn't know about that.
I mean,
I didn't hear that.
Dude, that's motive all day long.
She probably said
you fucking killed her, man. Why don't you just get it off your shoulders and tell me that?
I didn't kill her, man. I'm telling you that. I didn't know she.
Tell me where her body is.
I didn't know she. I don't.
Done.
I don't.
You're not going to go to jail today, dude. I told you you're here free and voluntary.
I don't know anything. I don't know where she's at. She got dressed. I ironed her clothes. She had on a white shirt. The one she was gonna wear, the one that I was cleaning the floor with. She saw it had like a lot of stains in it. And so she got another shirt, a white shirt, and I ironed that shirt for her. She got the blue pants. I had ironed that for her. She had some white shoes that she had bought. She took a shower. She gave us a hug and a kiss, and I said, "I love you," and she left. And last time I talked to her, it was like around 12.
Okay, so that's pretty much the end of his first interview, right? Police then go on to find the body, and they arrest him and they bring him back in for questioning. This is when they confront him with the evidence. Let me show you images of the actual area they found her. I obviously cannot show you the body, but she was found under the mud in a fetal position.
No, this ain't the clothes. These ain't the clothes I described. I said she had on a white shirt and like blue pants. I ain't never seen no shorts or nothing like that.
That was what you said she left in.
Yes, that's what she picked out.
What did you say she went to bed in that night?
She had on a long red shirt.
And shorts.
And shorts. She had on like it was like black. Like almost like cut off like jogging shorts or something.
That's not what happened. Something happened. She left there. She left there with them clothes on that you're talking about.
Okay, then
maybe see how they ended up.
Okay, maybe she took them clothes with her. She had a blue bag with her. I didn't see what was in the bag.
And she left
anything.
her purse. She left her keys. She left her driver's license. She left everything she needed.
Okay, what would she need? She don't have a
bag that she never leaves.
She don't even have a driving license. She have an ID.
Robert, she didn't leave that apartment that night. She didn't leave that morning.
She did leave that morning, sir. I ironed her clothes. She took a shower and left. I didn't know who came and got her. Most of the time, I know she catch the bus, and one of her friends says she come pick her up from time to time or drop her off. I don't know if she took any clothes with her. She probably did. She had a bag with her, her blue bag.
Robert, you said the day she left that she called you that afternoon?
Yes, she called me on her lunch break. And she just told me she was having lunch and she'll call me back. And she never did.
And you told me that she was having lunch with some friends at work.
Yes. Okay. That's normally who she go with.
She never went to work.
Okay, then maybe she was with somebody else. I mean, if she's sneaky enough to cheat on me behind my back, why would she want to be sneaky enough to be with someone else? I didn't know what this girl was doing. Some of the things were said. I didn't even know she was doing that.
Mark, where were you at when she called you? Were you at the apartment?
Yes, I was still home.
Did she call your cell phone or did she call the apartment?
No, she called her cell phone.
That was your cell phone?
Yes.
And she called from her cell phone?
She called from her cell phone.
And did she say anything other than she called you later, or?
Yeah, she just said she'll call me later. We talked for not even like 10 minutes. Because sometimes I call her a lot and she'll be like, her friends will be saying that I call her too much or something like that, or are we talking all the time, or we just having lunch or something.
What does she normally do for lunch? Did she say what she did for lunch that day?
No, she didn't say. Normally some of the places she tell me she go to is inside the mall, Sonics, churches, and I guess some other place in the mall, like a bar or something.
This is at the fire station, though, right?
Yes.
That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what ended up, okay, between you and her.
No, it didn't, sir. I would have never killed my own girlfriend. We had arguments before about guys and all that. She had way more guys who she was talking to than now. And
Was it an accident, Robert? If it was an accident, you can tell me that. But
it wasn't no accident. I didn't kill my girl.
If you need to tell me the truth.
No, sir. I didn't kill her.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't, sir.
That's her. There's her clothes. There's your child's mother. And you want to sit there and tell me that. Robert, come on now. I told you from the beginning. I wasn't going to lie to you if
I kill my girl, that means my son going to be without a mother and a father. I want to sit there.
That's not necessarily true, Robert.
It is.
If you tell the truth, that's
not
true.
That's the case. If I did this, that means I'm trying to say that I'm taking myself away from my son as well.
Robert, telling the truth might be the only thing that keeps your kid with you. Telling the truth might be the only thing that keeps him with you. If you continue to lie,
if you saying I kill her,
if you continue to lie,
I'm not lying.
Then there could be problems with that. But you want to see your kid, and that's a good possibility. You will see your kid again, but you don't have to tell me what happened.
What are you going to tell your son when he asks you what happened?
I'm going to tell him what I know. I did not kill his own mother.
Robert, every bit of the evidence that I have collected and every single thing that I have put before you shows that you did. And we know better, okay? You know better.
I did not.
And you just have to tell the truth. There it is.
I did not kill my own girlfriend, sir. I don't have no record of any type of violence or any history of anything.
You don't have to have a record of violence to have something bad accidentally happen.
Ain't nothing accidentally happened. If that the case,
this happened.
If that the case, plenty of times we don't argue over dudes she talked to. That the case, if I were to do something like this, I would have been dead.
You did it.
I didn't do it.
Robert, you had to be mad that night. Had to be.
I was mad. I ain't gonna be mad to kill somebody over a dude for what? That's the mother of my child. If anything, I probably would have killed him than her. If it was like that.
But that ain't what you said.
Okay, I know I didn't say that.
Doesn't lie. This stuff isn't. I'm not sitting here showing you this. This is a lie. This is what happened. Okay, you know what happened. I know what happened.
If that the case, she would have. Me and her, we would have been. Things in the house would have been broken. Something would have been torn or anything.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is true.
That's not true.
Who's to say you didn't let her lay down?
She did lay down. Why would I sit there and kill her in front of my son? My son was already asleep.
In front of your son, then would it?
Well, okay, that the case. If I let these
exactly,
if I let
in front of your son because he was sleeping.
No, if that the case, why would I let these people in my house, and where would I hide the body at?
You tell me.
People, the guy that came and dropped the entertainment set off, he went through the whole house. I showed him everything, the outside and all. There's no way, where can I hide her body at?
You only been married one time?
Yes, sir.
And did you say you had any other children?
No, sir. Well, at the time before I got married, she was pregnant. I assumed it was mine. Then came to find out, I waited till he got a year, and I took a blood test, and he wasn't mine. And we got a divorce and went our separate ways.
That night, Wednesday night that boy came over and confronted you.
Mm-hmm.
Before he came over there and confronted you, you had a conversation on the phone with her. You were outside the apartment having a conversation with her. Okay?
I was outside on the phone.
Don't you have a cell phone? Didn't you use it that night? Standing outside the apartment, you had walked out across the parking lot, standing over there across the parking lot.
Is it possible you could have been on the phone?
I mean, I guess it was possible. I mean,
You know where that trailer is parked over there? Did you ever walk out that way talking on the phone that night? Talking to her? Y'all two were having problems.
What trailer?
Ain't there a trailer parked across the way from over there from your apartment out the door?
Over
Have you
by
ever
the-
walked outside
so
of your apartment before?
Over by the dumpster, right?
Have you ever walked out of your apartment before? Out the front and looked around?
Yes, I
You know where that van parks right there? And off to the right, there's a trailer over there? And the trees with the landscaping around them?
I don't know what trailer you're talking about.
Let me help you then. Okay. You were on your cell phone out there talking to her. Y'all two were having an argument. Okay, because you even made a comment to her.
I don't even think we was arguing. I don't even recall if I was on the phone.
This is what you said to her. Bitch, don't tell me we don't have anything anymore. We got these kids to worry about. Correct? Then,
I don't know if
the next statement was, before you do that, I will kill you, you motherfucking bitch.
No, I never said anything like that.
No. Mr. Hollingsworth, we talked to him about the shovel, okay? Now you're telling me a whole nother story about you returned it and then just told him you didn't to return it.
Yeah, because he had asked me.
Are you getting?
And I said, because he was just looking at me like joking or laughing or something. He was like, "Did you bring the shovel back?" And I was like, "No." Then I forgot to tell him that I did bring the shovel back.
Talk to Nathaniel. Okay.
Okay.
You ask him for a shovel. He didn't have one. He gets there, gives you a ride, goes get a shovel, and comes back. Drops you off with a shovel. During that ride, you told Nathaniel. So when he asked you what you need a shovel for,
and I told him,
I'm going to my girlfriend's mother's house to dig up some plants.
Right.
Okay. Then when we asked you about that, you changed your story and said that you were to his house, and then you changed it. Said you didn't actually go to his house.
I didn't
go. You went to this other James guy's house that you don't know what the house is. You don't know his name is. You don't know
I didn't go
to
to Nate's house. He came to my house and got me and dropped because I called him.
You've already told me all this. I'm telling you what's going on now. Okay. I've already heard your story. Now I'm telling you the truths. Okay. Then talk to Mr. Lyons. Okay. Talk to the boy that came to your house. Okay. He comes over there. He tells the story about y'all. Y'all get into a heated argument, almost get in a fight. She gets in between y'all and all that good stuff. He leaves. He comes back. He brings you outside and tells you, fabricates this story. Correct?
What do you mean fabricate a story?
He told you a story about her being friends with his girlfriend. Correct?
Yes, that's what he told me. He said that him and his girlfriend was friends.
Okay. All truths, right? Everything I said. Now, let's move on. Okay. Now, you tell me about the clothing that she was wearing. You describe it, shorts, shirt, and she definitely had on that red shirt. Okay? Then you tell me that she leaves the house in a white shirt, blue pants.
Yes.
Okay?
A white shirt and blue pants.
White shirt and blue pants. But we know she didn't. Okay? We know she did not.
She did leave
Okay.
the house.
We're back. We're
Nate came.
We're telling truth right now.
Okay, if that's the case,
I heard your story.
The case, if I carry her that Wednesday,
let's move on.
My Nate came in the house. He went through the bedrooms, the closet. I showed him everything, the whole outside. Okay, if he been there that Thursday and he went through the house, where can I hide the body at? There's nowhere. Where can I put it?
Tell me.
That's the case. It's broad daylight. Where I'm gonna put a body in broad daylight at? I would have been done panic or something. Even the people that came by and sprayed the house.
Afterwards, your girlfriend's missing. She's left her purse that she takes with her everywhere she goes. She also left her keys, license, everything.
She don't have a license. She just has
ID
an
card.
ID.
She left everything she owns. All of her IDs, everything she needs to do anything is in that purse. Okay? She leaves all that. Then you say she goes to work and she just don't come home, right? Okay. You're so concerned for her that you just grab your son and leave.
No, I
go
didn't.
to your friend's house.
I didn't go to his house.
You didn't go to whose house?
I didn't go to Neil's house.
Whose house did you go to?
I went to my friend James' house.
You stayed at James' house?
No, I didn't stay at his house. I didn't stay at Neil's house that Thursday. I stayed at Neil's house that Friday.
Yes, you were at the apartment that Thursday.
Yes.
You were still
I
there.
left the apartment. I came back to the apartment. I had my son the whole time doing this.
Yeah. That Friday is when you went to Neil's house.
Yes. Because
What time did you get to Neil's house that morning?
I didn't go to Neil's house that morning.
What time did you go to Neil's house?
I didn't go to Neil's house until maybe around 3 or 4 or something like that. Somewhere around there.
So now your girlfriend doesn't come home that day from work.
Yes, and I called her.
She doesn't come home that night. Correct?
Correct.
And that Thursday night, you had some visitors, didn't you?
Yes. That Thursday night.
Thursday night, when they got there, what were you doing?
Only thing, the maintenance people came by, the spray the place, and Nate. That was the only 2 people came by.
Her brothers didn't come by?
Yeah, that's when they came. They called the police and they came out there.
And what day was that?
That was on. That was on, I believe, Friday.
But you wasn't at the house Friday night. You stayed at Neil's house.
Yes.
So they came by at nighttime.
Yes, they had.
So they came by Thursday.
They came by that Thursday.
That Thursday night. Okay. What were you doing that Thursday night?
Nothing. I stayed at home.
Right. You were at home.
Yeah.
Okay. When they got there, why were you sitting in the pitch black dark with no lights on inside the apartment?
I was
with your
in the
baby
pitch
in your arm.
We was in the bedroom. We just had the TV on. He was about to go to sleep.
According to them, when they got there were no lights on in the house, and you were just standing there holding him.
Yeah, because they knocked on the
No lights
door.
on.
They knocked on the door. I was in the
And
room.
what did they do?
They came and looked through the place.
Okay. Know what they saw?
What?
The wet clothes, the dirt, and all that stuff. Okay.
They didn't see no wet clothes and dirt and all that.
They saw a lot of things that looked strange to them. One of the things was the fact that you're sitting in the dark.
I wasn't sitting in the dark.
No,
I wasn't
let's
even.
move on.
I wasn't
Move
even
on.
in the kitchen. I was in the bedroom with the TV on. Why would I? If I'm not in the kitchen, why would I be burning up electricity?
Okay, now her friend from work, Did he call that night too?
I don't know. I never even saw or spoke to him.
Okay. Did she talk to him on the phone? Do you know?
I don't know if she had talked to him.
Okay. She talked to him, and y'all two were still having problems. Y'all were still arguing. Okay. This was almost midnight. Okay. And according to you, y'all weren't arguing, y'all weren't fighting, y'all weren't doing anything.
No,
y'all
we wasn't. She was.
And as you told me, what y'all make up? Y'all gave her a kiss, and y'all went to bed. Correct?
Yes, my son was right between
Everything
us.
was just going perfect.
I mean,
And then she gets up the next morning. You iron her clothes and send her off to work. Right?
She went to work on her own.
Excellent.
She did
Now,
leave the house.
Let's keep on going.
Okay, that no sense. Ain't no keep going up. You're going to charge me
I'm
with
going
this.
to tell you what's happened. I'm telling you what happened. You keep telling me things.
You
I
can't
keep
tell me what
asking you why
happened if you wasn't there.
I can't what?
How you gonna tell me if you wasn't there? If she didn't leave the apartment?
What happened, what the evidence is showing. I'm telling you exactly what happened. I've done told you this time and time again. We went over the story over and over again. Okay. Each time I tell you the story, you change something else. Now here's what the truth is.
Changing.
Y'all were arguing. Something happened, and she ended up over there.
No, we was not. Not like
yes,
no physical.
She did. There
argument.
she is.
We did not have
That's
no
your
physical.
Child's mother.
We didn't have no physical argument. I didn't touch her.
That's your child's mother.
I didn't. I know that. You
tell me something didn't happen.
Nothing didn't happen. I didn't touch her.
To her.
I didn't touch her or anything.
Nothing happened to her, did it?
I didn't touch her or
Not
anything.
a thing happened to her, did it?
Okay, that the fact she was already gone then. She left the house.
And she was gone, but she ain't left the house.
She did leave the house.
She was gone, but she didn't leave the house.
That's the case. If I kill her and I had these people come by the house, I wasn't going nowhere.
She didn't leave the house, and everything shows exactly what I said happened. Y'all two got into a fight that night, and this happened.
We didn't get into no fight. If that's the case, she been talking to way more guys than what she doing now. That's the case, I would have been did something. I never touched her. We didn't have any.
Everything shows that your anger problem was escalating.
It wasn't.
You beat the apartment up over at the Chateau Apartments. You continued over there. Y'all argued all the time. Y'all argued all the time at Chateau.
All right. Did any kids? Did they show? I put my. Did they show that I put my hands
to her?
I wouldn't kill her over him. For what reason? It wouldn't make no sense.
There it is.
Because she was going to end up taking your son and putting you out.
She wasn't never going. She wasn't never going to take.
She was going to have her friend, same guy you talked to, come put your bitch ass out.
Man, she never even said anything about that.
So she didn't tell him that.
I can't say if she didn't tell him, but I didn't hear her say that.
She's gonna have her new friend put your bitch ass out.
I didn't.
That's exactly what she said.
Well, I didn't hear her say that. She might have said it, but I didn't hear her. I might have not been in the room. She could have
heard her say that to you.
He didn't.
You just didn't hear it.
No, I didn't hear. I probably wasn't there. I didn't hear her say that.
You heard it, and this is what the results of it were.
Man, I did not kill my girl. I wouldn't. Come on.
There it is.
I know there it is. I wouldn't sit here and kill the only mother of my child for what? A dude? And I be in prison or whatever for life for what?
Robert, the facts stand right here, okay? She was with you. This problem happened about this guy and everything else that had built up.
Man, she been talking to way more other guy, and I never put my hands on her.
That was the first time you saw somebody's face that you could attach.
You got confronted by a guy that night that was seeing her.
And you knew.
I didn't know they was...
Robert, you're not stupid. You knew when that guy got there. You knew what was going on.
I didn't know. He didn't tell me. I was arguing because I didn't know about him.
I think that after he left, she told you. I think she got so mad.
No, she didn't. She didn't tell me or nothing. She didn't tell me
anything. Confronted you, and you even told me. You didn't want to have nothing to do with that boy, did you?
He said they didn't have anything going on or nothing. Me and him.
You didn't want to have nothing to do with that boy, did you?
What do you mean I didn't want to have anything to do with him?
You told me you didn't want to mess with him.
Okay, because I didn't know him. I don't have any friends. I don't socialize with anybody out there. I don't know what things he done did.
When he confronted you, that guy scared you, didn't he?
No, he didn't scare me.
physically he scared you.
No, not even physically.
When he was trying to come at you over your girl, that's your child's mother, he's trying to get to you over her. The only thing you did was pick up your son.
No, I had already had my son when I walked to the door.
Now, we know that pissed you off.
No, because I had already
And
had
now she's going to have him come back and put your bitch ass out.
He didn't even put me out. He didn't even say nothing about that.
No.
Me
She said that.
She didn't even say nothing about
She
that.
She said that to you while she was on the phone with
She
him.
didn't say that to me while she was on the phone.
And
I did not
that
hear
happened,
her.
this is what happened.
Okay, she might have said it when I went in there and took a shower. I did not hear her say that.
So she was talking to you, but you were nowhere around. Again.
When she was on the phone, I know I took a shower and she was on the phone. I don't know who she was talking to. I didn't hear her say about putting anybody out. She was taking my child away or anything.
Robert, there it is. Okay? You know it as well as I do. Okay? Come in here and I told you I was going to tell you the truth. I told you the truth. I've done everything I could do, and I'm telling you, I sat here and told you exactly what's going on, and every single time I give you a story or I say something to you, you explain it away. But every single time you do, I go back and find out that it was a lie. I come in here, I tell you the truth again. Okay? Now you're going to sit here and tell me the same thing all over again, even though I have sat here and told you that's not true.
That is true.
Everything was true.
If I killed her, why am I hide the body at? This guy came by the house. He walked through the apartment. There's no way I can't hide her in the room because he walked in the room. I can't hide her outside in the shed because I opened the shed and showed him how it looked. He went in the bedroom. He went in the kitchen and everything. He said it was a nice place and all.
So you just went out of your way to show him the shed?
No, because he just came in for a little while. And he was like, this is a nice place. And I was like, this our bedroom, this her sunroom. I was like, because her sunroom is no bigger than the hallway. And he was like, let me see. So I opened the door and showed him.
So she wasn't in the house then, was she?
No. That's the case where I'm going to put her at if I killed her. There's no way I could have taken her in broad daylight. Somebody would have saw me if I was doing anything. And I wasn't certain to sit there and leave my son knowing he was going to holler. But yes, we had a little argument, but it wasn't gone to the point of killing her.
And why, all of a sudden, does she just stop answering her phone? Right after she got off the phone with him, telling you that she is going to have him come put your bitch ass out. She stops answering her phone. She just...
Nobody even called back. I think that boy called back or something, and she was saying something to me. Then after that, no one called again.
So now you heard what she was talking about whenever she talked to him.
No, she was talking.
He called back and talked to her, and he didn't call her again. But he called back and talked to her. That's the conversation.
I mean, I don't know.
You didn't hear.
I didn't know if it was him. All I know, I just heard. Because her phone, like when she talking, like you can kind of hear an echo or something. So
and again, Robert, that's a lie. You heard the conversation. You just said
I didn't hear the conversation.
You said he called back and she talked to him.
Yes, he called back and she talked to him for a little while. We wasn't even arguing then or nothing.
He said y'all were still arguing.
No, we wasn't.
She was bickering at you more than her, but y'all were still arguing.
No, when he left, the first time he came, we argued a little bit. And then we stopped. He came back again. We was outside talking. And she was just asking me what was I was saying to him. And she was arguing to me about that. And then she just kept fussing. I just laid down and ignored her.
So she just kept fussing while you laid down?
No, she didn't keep fussing for a long period of time.
Where'd she lay down at?
She laid down right beside the pallet.
The pallet?
Yes. Right beside the mattress in the bedroom.
In that very back bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all two both slept on that one, I guess it's a makeshift bed with a blanket on the floor?
Yes.
Okay. Which pillow is your pillow?
The little square pillow.
What color is it?
Blue.
Does it has a blue pillowcase on it?
No, that one. It's not mine. The burgundy one, I know that one. That's her son one. And then we had just another pillow in there. We had like 2 small pillows.
Which one do you use?
I used the little small pillow, the blue one.
Which one does she use?
She used like the one with the pillowcase and the blue one as well.
So both the maroon one and the blue one?
Yes.
She uses?
And there was a pillowcase on my son's
And
bed.
she laid down there on the bed beside you?
Yes. My son was...
But she was still fussing?
No, she wasn't.
When she come to bed?
No.
She was fussing even though you lay down?
Until she laid down, that's when she started fussing. And we sat there and watched TV for a little while and we went to sleep. Because I turned the TV off.
And she was asleep?
Yes. And my son was like right between us. And then after he went to sleep for a while, then I put him on his bed. Then he woke up like in the middle of the night, was crying. And she told me to get him. So I got him and I laid him right between us again.
And then?
Then she got up when her alarm went off. And then she laid back down for a little while. And her phone went off again. Then she got up. Then she was like rushing. And I told her to pick out her clothes and I ironed it. And she took a shower and combed her hair. And she took her bag with her. And when she walked out the door, she told me she had left her purse, that the key was in there if I had needed. And I told her that if I do leave, that she know where to be at, outside in the closet.
All right, sit tight. We'll be back with you in a minute.
That's the end of the 2 interviews. What actually happened is that Robert and Jelly got into an argument. Jelly calls Chris. Chris runs to the house, confronts Robert. Robert and Chris have an argument. Chris leaves. Robert then takes out his anger on Jelly. He may have used a spade or some kind of weapon and he took her life. He was found guilty. In 2013, he was sentenced to manslaughter. But in 2023, he was released. Wow. Do you think that is the correct decision? Let me know.